She's a cool Awakener. However, probably like D tier. I'm not gonna lie, S tier for sure. All right, guys, we are going to be doing a tier list on how good these characters actually are in the game. Some of these characters I actually haven't played. However, I played the majority of them, and I've seen some of them in gameplay. And quite frankly, there are some that are really good, and there are some that just aren't useful. Camille is actually, I would say, probably B tier. Her Q allows you to heal yourself and also another ally, pretty much. You have 2 charges, so one ally gets a heal and yourself. That's pretty useful, but her other ability, as far as like her mass ult, it's a huge area that gives you healing, and your teammates, if they're outside of it, can teleport to it. So if they can hover over the ult, they can teleport to it. It's kind of cool, but it's like not super practical. And then the one thing that makes her good and not C tier is the fact that she does have a longer range ability to res people. But even then, the fact that she has that, it just gives away your position. It's not like super good, but I think the healing stuff is pretty useful in case you find that like your teammates are not good at healing themselves and you guys are new to the game. Mindy, probably C tier. She can see items through walls, and she can summon a portal that allows you to teleport. And then also she drops an air crate that has items in it. I mean, I'll go over like what that looks like each time I'm hovering stuff, because that way it makes it easier for people to see, and we can explain like the reason why it's like good and why it's bad. But yeah, like being able to see like the items like this is like, it's nice, but also it's a clutter more than anything. And then secret passage is her tactical, which is her Q. So she can like literally like portal to from one place to another, which is nice, but she gets stuck in this animation, and the animation does take a long time. So yeah, and then Mindy's gift is like her ultimate, which is nice, but at the same time, it does like give away your position. The loot inside of it may not be as good, and you know, it's something that is nice, but also maybe not like practical for waiting in a end game situation or something like that, right? So let's see about the next person, Huxley. So Huxley, I'm not gonna lie, she is S tier for sure. Not only does she look incredible, but Huxley is also super good as far as she is in game. She's the only character that can recon. Coup de grace is her passive ability where she can execute people, and that reveals people in the game. It reveals people and where they are. So it's super important to execute people when you're playing Huxley. She's the only character that can do that. And then her Q is that same thing, except it's a castable thing that you can just throw. So it's even better. It literally gives you the most amount of information in the game besides like some attachments. And then you got Realm of Mist. This one, you've got to get good at using it, but it's pretty much a huge AoE smoke that it gives them equal advantage. So you can see them, they can see you. However, you can see how many people are in that mist as well. So it's harder for them to tell that you're in there, but you can tell that someone's in the smoke. It's good for buying you time. It's good for giving you cover. It's good for playing defensively, offensively, a whole bunch of stuff. So Huxley is Giga S tier, just simply because she's the only Awakener that can give you that much information. There's no other champion that can do that, or Awakener, sorry, that can do that. This is Kira. Kira is, I would say she's pretty good. She can give you a lot of cover. She's one of the 2 defenders in the game, Energy Matrix. When Kira's in her own digital fortress, she is protected by it. Digital fortress continues to restore its creator's source energy and shield. So she's good for solo play. And Digital Fortress is her ultimate, by the way. So you have to be in your ult in order to constantly get shield. So very good for like sniping, very good for playing defensively or peeking up on a roof. And then Hollow Shield. This is her Q, so she can basically place down a shield. And then pretty much that's about it. As far as that goes, you can put multiple of them down, and then you can destroy it, but it's good for cover. And then her ultimate, of course, is this huge tower that has these bouncing pads that you can jump up to. Everybody can jump up to it. Enemies, your friends, whatever. And then you can also add to it as well. So She's pretty good. I would say she's pretty good for like solo play, but at the same time, being forced to like stay in one's position is good and very good for like end game stuff. But I would say that like overall, she's not like super broken or super good in the sense that like she's game breaking, but more like you can't knock her utility. It's very good utility, and she's good at solo playing as well. So Camille's more for teammates. Mindy, yeah, not yeah. Anyway, this guy, we just unlocked him today. This is Rioin something. Rioin, yeah, sorry about that. And Rioin, not gonna lie, he's fun to just randomly scream that I'm going beast form or whatever. But he is probably like D tier, pretty much on their scent. He can track people that he does damage to and also track people that your teammates do damage to. Although it's nice, it's kind of difficult to see if you are in the middle of a field. Like, look at the grass that's right next to it. It's red. The highlight is also red. When I was playing this guy, I didn't see that a single time. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't see that a single time. So it's difficult to see. It's not bad though. Okay, the cool things about this guy, Bestial Dash, you move super fast. Okay, I do think this is really cool. You move faster than anybody in the entire game. I think he is definitely really cool for that. Then he turns into a wolf, and you can leap with your Q instead of dashing. You can dash super fast, and you're also moving fast as well. And every knockdown and elimination you get extends this. So the duration of this. So he's definitely like an aggressive play style, but I don't think as far as like him playing the game, as far as like what he brings to the game, is really that good. He's cool. I like the way he looks. You know what I mean? I don't like the wolf form. That looks goofy as hell, but everything else about him in theory is really cool, but just as far as practicality goes, he's not very useful. The other thing is that like that ultimate leap form, when you get up on a roof, like let's say someone's on the roof and you queue up to them and you jump on there, there's an animation still. So you're not going to be able to instantly just like fight them and you may lose. So that is the thing that like I have experience with him that was not fun. That's why he's D tier, not really that great. Then we've got Eos, and Eos, I would say, as far as like what I can tell, she's kind of like Rioin in the sense that like your Q gets reset every time you get a shutdown, and it's a dash right here. So every time you get a shutdown or a knock, you get your Q. The same thing with here. Again, you get 2 of them, and then the most random thing ever, you get a laser beam. So the laser beam is cool. Don't get me wrong. However, it's a ginormous laser beam that gives away your exact position, and also it's not like a one shot. You have to like aim it on these people. So she's a cool Awakener. However, not really like a practical Awakener to be playing. She does look cool though, and I think her ultimate is cool. I think if you're very talented with close quarter combat, she could be good. The same thing with Rioin as well. But a lot of the meta, I think, like from what you can tell, is that people are just using LMGs with like 4x scopes, sniper rifles, stuff like that. So not a lot of like close range pushing that you're doing super like late into the game. The next one I'm going over is Nace. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. She moves faster over water, and both of your abilities, your Q and your ultimate, also do the same thing. That is pretty much there is about Nace. She has a Sharky Bomb, which she's got 2 charges of. It just shoots water in a straight line. It also knocks people back, enemies. Doesn't really do damage to them, and that's about it. And then the other thing that's interesting about her is that she can transform into water when she dies if she has her ultimate. So she doesn't need to throw her water. She becomes the water itself, and she just moves super fast. And then if she dies, she just respawns with her HP, and then that's it. She has a second life. That's cool and all, but in game, as far as I've seen, it's not very practical. You will pretty much almost always get chased and then die. So you can pull it off though. She is, you know, like the tiniest one of these besides Mindy. So, you know, she's like agile with that in that sense, but like, yeah, she's not like super practical to use, but she is pretty fun. I would give her like a C tier because she can speed up your teammates, and her ultimate does give you a second life, second chance to potentially win a fight. So, you know, it can be pretty nice if you are in like a serious clutch up situation. So maybe we'd give her a C. That's being pretty generous, not gonna lie. So next we've got Sorwin. Her passive is Updraft. Sorwin gathers the wind to buffer her descent, making her landing more agile, granting a temporary movement speed. So instead of like just jumping on the ground and like having to like do like that whole like Superman pose or whatever, she just jumps down and is able to just run away quickly and move quickly without stopping. So can be kind of useful, but you know, in the grand scheme of things, not really super like important. Her Q is a skyward leap. She can just jump up in the air. And then she allows us to just reglide pretty much. And then her ultimate is actually kind of goated. You can pretty much redeploy. Like if you're in a, I don't know why it's not loading, but you can pretty much redeploy if you're in a very bad spot. You can literally go ahead and give this to all of your teammates, and you can redeploy as if like you were just pretty much brand new launching and running down into the game. So it's pretty good, especially if you're trying to reposition, and the glide is a lot longer. You don't actually like descend as soon as you are falling. Like you literally like can glide for a while. So it's actually pretty useful. I would say, like, to be honest, her first two abilities, her passive and her Q, are pretty terrible. If situationally, I would say that she is B tier. She's pretty good as far as her ultimate goes. Everything else, though, is not great. And then the last two guys that we're going to talk about are Sinric, which I have not played. I've played against him. He is very, very good. And Ziva. Let's go talk about Ziva first. I have not played this character yet, but I have had her on my team multiple times. She infuses her incendiary rounds and incendiary chip with the petrichor flame, changing the color. Incendiary grenades deal more damage and slow targets. Ziva is a baddie, I'm not gonna cap. She pretty much allows you to throw like enhanced grenades. She does more damage. Incendiary grenades do a lot of damage. It's pretty good. Anything with more damage in the game is solid, you know what I mean? So this, she can make a wall, very good, and it also lights people on fire if they walk through it. So you can change the direction and make it so that your teammates get cover. Super useful, super useful. And then the best part about her, she literally has a barrage of these storm like flame stuff that does damage to people inside of it. So if people are camping, holding a place, no, they're not. They're going to get hit by this, and they're going to take a lot of damage. It's a pretty fast ultimate. Yeah, the cooldown is 150 seconds. So it's pretty good. I would say Ziva, as far as like damage champion goes, let's get back to the list. She is without a doubt the best assault character in the entire game, without a doubt. She is definitely S tier. And then of course we have got the last guy, Sinric. And Sinric is also going to be an amazing character. So Sinric, he has this thing which is his passive. Anytime you get knocked or your teammates get knocked, they get a shield around them, which is super good because in this game, you will get thirsted pretty much instantly. All right. And in long range, if you're able to get a res off, if you're able to get a shield off, Sinric can clutch up and save your teammate's life. The other thing is impenetrable, which is your tactical. A wall just like Ziva's, except this one, you cannot shoot through. You can see through it, but you cannot shoot through it. So this is really, really good. And you can even run through it. I didn't even know that. Okay. And it blocks all damage. It's broken. Okay. This is really good. And then the other thing, which is insane, literally insane, is pretty much like if you've ever played Apex Legends and you, what's his name? I don't know. He summons like a huge like AoE wall ult. It's the same thing as your Q, except it's an AoE shield around you. So like imagine comboing this with Sorwin's ult to dash and fly out. You know what I mean? So you can do a bunch of stuff with this and protect your teammates with this. Yeah, it's like Gibby mixed with some other people. I don't know. Okay, so S tier for sure. S tier for sure. Newcastle, that's his name. Yeah, Newcastle. So without a doubt, these guys, definitely the best three. You want these on your team 100%. Everybody else though, I'm not gonna lie, it's preference. I would say don't pick these two, but like they're cool like that if you like wolf people. I would say honestly, like these 4 right here are gonna be like the best that you can build, because then you've got shields, you've got walls, you've got intel, you've got more walls, cover, plus AoE ults. I mean, that's like a great combo. If you want to like replace Kira for Camille, that's also not a bad pick. That's pretty much about it as far as like what I think are the best characters in this game. I think that like they are for sure like, you know, easy to play overall. Everybody's pretty easy to play, but like comp wise, like if you're playing ranked or if you're playing actual just trying to like play your best with a group of people, those are going to be the best Awakeners you can be playing in Fate Trigger. Anyways, if you liked the video, be sure to like the video, subscribe for more content like this. I'm live on Twitch every single day and on YouTube and on Kick. And yeah, thank you very much. Almost at 14,000 subscribers. Thank you. Have a good day.